वाहिगुरू जी का खालसा वाहिगुरू जी की फतेह जी। सिख चैनल की टीम जी इस वेले मौजूद हैगी आ 7 किंग्स ईस्ट लंडन जड़ा एरिया हैगा उत्थे जी कल रात एल्मस्टेड स्ट्रीट ते जी घटना वरती 7:30 बजे उस स्पॉट ते असी हले लाइव मौजूद हैगे ते इत्थे थोड़ी देर पहले असी तुहानू दिखा रहे थे जोड़ा इंसीडेंट होया उत्थे एरिया ते हुण इत्थे पहुँच गए ने लंडन दे मेयर मिस्टर सादिक खान ते नाल ही हैगे ने काउंसलर जैज़ अटवाल फॉर 7 किंग्स ते उन्हां दे नाल भी असी थोड़ी देर च तुहाडी गलबात करावांगे ते इत्थे ਜਿਹੜੇ लोकल गुरुद्वारे हैगे ने गुरुद्वारा खामसर 7 किंग्स का जोड़ा मेन गुरुद्वारा हैगा उत्थे दी कमेटी भी इत्थे पहुँच गई हैगी आ मेयर सादिक खान जी दे नाल गल करन वास्ते उन्हां तो आश्वासन लैण वास्ते कि इस जिहड़ी इन्वेस्टिगेशन आ ਉਹਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਕਿੱਦਾਂ ਦੀ ਪ੍ਰੋਗਰੈਸ ਹੁਣ ਹੋ ਰਹੀ ਹੈਗੀ ਆ ਤੇ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਹਲੇ ਡਿਸਟੈਂਸ ਦੇਖ ਸਕਦੇ ਹੋ ਕਿ मेयर सादिक खान जी की मीटिंग चल रही हैगी है जोड़े पुलिस चीफ हैगे ने उन्होंने नाल इन्वेस्टिगेशन बारे जां फिर नाल ही तुसी देख सकते हैं 7 किंग्स काउंसलर हैगे ने जैज़ अटवाल तुसी उन्होंने भी उन्होंने नाल हले देख सकते हैं पुलिस दे नाल उन्होंने डिस्कशन चल रही हैगी है ते नाल ही नाल इत्थे पहुँच गए ने काफ़ी गुरुद्वारे की कमेटी जोड़ा कि इत्थे दे लोकल गुरुद्वारे हैगे ने कम्यूनिटी च काफ़ी ज़्यादा पैनिक असी कह सकते हैं कि हो गया हैगा रिगार्डिंग के ये जोड़ा इंसीडेंट है किद्दां वरत्या ते हुणी मिस्टर सादिक खान तो आश्वासन लैण वास्ते कि ये जिहड़ी इन्वेस्टिगेशन है ये चंगी तरह अगे प्रोग्रैस होए इहदे विच अगे जिद्दां दी भी गल्लां सामने आ रही ने उहदे वास्ते पुछण वास्ते इत्थे जिहड़ी गुरुद्वारे दी कमेटी हैगी पहुँच गई वाहिगुरू जी का खालसा वाहिगुरू जी की फतेह जी
वाहिगुरू जी खालसा वाहिगुरू फतेह हाँ जी
ਜਿਹੜਾ ਇਹ ਕੱਲ ਰਾਤ ਇੱਥੇ 7:30 ਵਜੇ ਜਿਹੜੀ ਘਟਨਾ ਵਰਤੀ ਤੇ ਉਹਦੇ ਬਾਅਦ ਜਿੱਦਾਂ ਦੇ ਇੱਥੇ ਰਿਐਕਸ਼ਨ ਮਿਲ ਰਹੇ ਹੈਗੇ ਨੇ ਸਿੱਖ ਕਮਿਊਨਿਟੀ ਨੂੰ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਉਹਦੇ ਬਾਰੇ ਥੋੜੀ ਗੱਲ ਕਰੋ ਗੁਰਦੁਆਰੇ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਕਿੱਦਾਂ ਦੀ ਇਹ ਮਾਹੌਲ ਬਣਿਆ ਹੈਗਾ ਆ ਸਾਦਿਕ ਖਾਨ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਮੇਅਰ ਹੈਗੇ ਨੇ ਉਹ ਵੀ ਇੱਥੇ ਪਹੁੰਚ ਗਏ ਨੇ ਕਾਫੀ ਸੀਰੀਅਸ ਤੇ ਕਾਫੀ ਵੱਡੇ ਲੈਵਲ ਦਾ ਇਨਸੀਡੈਂਟ ਹੋਇਆ ਆ ਤੇ ਸਾਹਮਣੇ ਆਇਆ ਹੈਗਾ ਕਿ ਜਿਹੜੇ 3 ਨੌਜਵਾਨ ਜਿਨ੍ਹਾਂ ਦੀ ਹੱਤਿਆ ਹੋਈ ਆ ਉਹ ਸਿੱਖ ਸੀਗੇ ਤੇ 20-30 ਸਾਲ ਦੇ ਹੀ ਕਾਫੀ ਛੋਟੀ ਉਮਰਾਂ ਦੇ ਨੌਜਵਾਨ ਸੀਗੇ ਤੇ ਕਮਿਊਨਿਟੀ ਦਾ ਇਹਦੇ ਬਾਰੇ ਕੀ ਕਹਿਣਾ ਹੈਗਾ ਆ ਜੀ
ਮੈਂ ਤਾਂ ਇਹੀ ਕਹੂੰਗਾ ਜੀ ਬਹੁਤ ਪਹਿਲੀ ਗੱਲ ਤਾਂ ਬਹੁਤ ਦੁਖਦਾਇਕ ਖਬਰ ਤੁਹਾਡੇ ਕੋਲੋਂ ਸੁਣੀ ਆ ਤੇ ਆ ਸਵੇਰੇ ਵੀ ਮੈਨੂੰ ਨਹੀਂ ਸੀ ਪਤਾ ਮੈਂ ਬਾਹਰੋਂ ਕਿਸੇ ਨੌਜਵਾਨ ਦਾ ਮੇਰੇ ਲੜਕੇ ਨੂੰ ਟੈਲੀਫੋਨ ਆਇਆ ਸੁਖਵੀਰ ਸਿੰਘ ਵਾਸੀ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਤੇ ਉਹ ਆਇਆ ਤੇ ਉੱਥੋਂ ਪਤਾ ਲੱਗਾ ਵੀ ਇੱਦਾਂ ਹੋਈ ਆ ਪਰ ਉਦੋਂ ਦੇ ਅਸੀਂ
ਹੁਣੇ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਦੇਖ ਸਕਦੇ ਆ ਕਿ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਮੇਅਰ ਨੇ ਉਹ ਇੱਥੇ ਆ ਗਏ ਨੇ ਤੇ ਹੁਣ ਅਸੀਂ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦੇ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਬਿਆਨ ਨੇ ਉਹ ਵੀ ਸੁਣਦੇ ਹੈਗੇ ਆ
We're here today in Redbridge today because of the awful stabbings last night. Shocking, horrific and scary. We know that 3 men have lost their lives. We also know that the police have arrested 2 people on suspicion of murder. I've been speaking with the council leader and with the local member of parliament, with the local residents, local businesses who are clearly scared and frightened by what happened last night. What I'd say to anybody is if you have any information about what happened last night, please speak to the police. You can also report anything you know anonymously to Crime Stoppers on 0800 555 111. There is no honour in staying silent. There are families who are bereaved, who've lost their loved ones, and it's really important we cooperate with the police to make sure those responsible are brought to justice. We do know that the police are working incredibly hard, you can see behind me, investigating the crime. The forensics are working incredibly hard. The local community will see over the course of the next few days an increased police presence. I've spoken to the borough commander but also to senior members of the Met Police Service. There will be an increased police presence over the next few days. That's not because the police have any intelligence of any increase in violence or any particular concerns they've got. It's to reassure the local community, residents and businesses, and the police there to reassure the community. But I'd say again to the community, if you know of any crime, please cooperate with the police. We know our police work incredibly hard. We've seen over the last few years they're under-resourced and overstretched, and they need our help to deal with the scourge of the increase in knife crime we've seen across our country, and London hasn't escaped that. Thank you all very much. Whole London.
Secretary, youth thing involved.
ਇਹਦੇ ਪ੍ਰਧਾਨ ਸਾਹਿਬ
You do lots of community work, don't you, with young
That's
people?
right, yeah. I mean, we try our best.
Diverting them away from the sort of stuff you're seeing.
Put them into sports, off the streets, but the government, we need more funding for all communities.
No, I know.
And we need more police officers, it's simple.
It's the diversion work that's crucial, stopping young people getting involved.
Appreciate you coming down,
Picking up knives, that's what we're trying
but
to
the
do.
government got to listen,
Yeah.
you know? We need more police officers, more presence, more security for the local residents, especially the seniors. They're all afraid of coming out in the evenings. You walk down Ilford Lane, all sorts of things are happening.
How many young people are you working with?
Well, we've got hundreds of kids coming to the temple.
in temple.
Thank God,
What sort of sports are you doing?
all the community that comes to the Gurdwara, they're not involved
They're
with
doing
drugs,
boxing, kabaddi.
they're not involved in any gangs.
Kabaddi as well?
Yeah.
You remember Kabaddi, yeah?
I'm
We
listening,
call you.
but I know
We call you in May time. Is it May or June? When we
Yeah,
June,
big
innit?
tournament.
We'll call you in tournament June time. So please make it if you can.
But the main thing is this.
The key thing is to make
this-
sure that you keep the young people in
that's
constructive
what we're
things rather than this nonsense.
Yeah, they do every Sunday in the evening from 5 o'clock to 7 to
Last
7
my life.
half 7.
For 15 years, he's the
Oh,
coach.
50.
Yeah.
He's the coach.
So,
Yeah.
These guys really make a difference. I mean, you know, one of the young lads from Gurdwara has got his pro card to become a boxer. You know, that is a shining example in my view of exactly, you know, getting people on the
We
right
got 4
pathway.
kids on national level now at the moment. So, big thing.
Yeah, my grandson, he became the first Sikh in the boxing history. And I bet
The main thing is
he
that
is
the whole,
we're gonna
we
need
need the
your
whole
help.
community. We need the whole community is affected by this. Doesn't matter what religion you are, what colour you are. We're one community of East London. So you know, everyone, kids are the same. We all live together. You know, we're all happy. But these sort of things affects the whole community. So you know, we appreciate you coming down.
No,
but
thanks for talking.
in Parliament, they need to listen that East London is not safe. We need more police officers.
Really, really grateful.
Well, thank you for coming down. Appreciate your time. And let's hope they're listening there.
Thanks,
We
thank you.
need more police officer patrolling. I know that they can
Also youth work as well. We need, yeah,
but
good to see you. Thank you so
Thank
much.
you.
I really appreciate it.
Have you got some time to come to the Gurdwara?
We have. We'll speak.
Yeah, we will be going there.
Definitely,
Okay.
definitely.
Yeah, we
Okay,
go-
come.
Congratulations, your grand.
Yeah.
What's his name?
My name is
Major Singh
Basi.
Basi,
your
our
bro-
president.
The boxer. What's the boxer's name?
In the same box.
Inder Singh Basi.
I'll look out for him. Look out for him.
Yeah, he became on the internet all over the world.
Yes.
Yeah, people keep ringing me from Canada, India, America. So they know
So we'll
that.
speak to Sam about coming to Gurdwara as well.
Yeah.
Thank you. It's boxing. Makes all the difference.
Yeah, well, I mean, we're doing our bit. Well, the government have got to do their bit, haven't they?
No, appreciate it.
So we go to the Gurdwara now.
Okay.
Okay. Let's see you there then. Okay.
Honestly, it's not just shocking. It's not just horrific, but it's scary. And you can understand why the residents I've spoken to, the retailers I've spoken to, are scared. Because what you saw last night in Redbridge was 3 people losing their lives because of the stabbings, and police have now arrested 2 men on suspicion of murder. Police have said this appears to be a group of individuals who knew each other from the Sikh community, but they're asking for members of the public, if they don't know anything at all, please contact the police. They can even ring anonymously in Crime Stoppers on 0800 555 111.
How are you going to reassure people here? Because we just saw a couple of people come up to you, obviously very worried about problems in the area. What will you do as mayor to prevent this happening again?
Well, what the police do over the next few days in particular is making sure there's an increased police presence. Local residents and businesses will see more police officers who are uniformed, but local residents aren't stupid. They've seen over the last 9-10 years a massive cut in police officer numbers because of government cuts. They've witnessed youth clubs closing down and experienced many of the facilities that used to be here no longer here. And so what they want to see is meaningful action. I've just been lobbied by the local Gurdwara telling me about the government cuts and say that Parliament needs to listen to what they're saying. We all do our bit from City Hall. It's heartbreaking whenever you meet and greet families. I do very often. There are complex reasons why crime has increased over the last 8-9 years. Yes, of course, the police cuts done that, but also we've seen cuts in youth services, lifestyle clubs. Complex reasons why we've seen an increase in violent crime, social alienation, inequalities, poverty. But there's no excuse. Nothing excuses criminality. Nothing excuses 3 young men losing their lives.
And the buck still stops with you though, doesn't it? As London mayor, I mean, knife crime is up in London. Why we've got a mayoral election coming up? Why are people going to trust you to sort this out?
Well, I'm always happy to play politics on issues, but not at a scene like this, not after we've seen people lose their lives. The reality is we've seen serious youth violence increase in London since 2012. Violent crime go up across the country since 2014. It's not escaped London. I've been saying for the last 3.5 years since I was first elected, it's really important the government reverses the cuts they've made. Prime Minister David Cameron refused to listen. Prime Minister Theresa May refused to listen. And it appears Prime Minister Boris Johnson has got the message that cuts have consequences, and they've announced they'll be giving us additional police officers. They can't come soon enough. At the same time as reversing the cuts in policing, I'm calling on the government to invest in youth services, after-school clubs, so as to deal with the causes of the increase in violent crime. It's really important the communities work together.